Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is David Benjamin from healthywildandfree.com. Today I want to share with you information on a topic that we often hear in society. We hear it from our family, we hear it from our friends, we hear it from even strangers, and that phrase is, it runs in the family. Now, when that phrase is spoken, typically it's in reference to something in regards to health. It's spoken in regards to heart disease, diabetes, obesity, cancer, whatever it may be. And there's a few challenges or issues that I personally have with this phrase because of how it doesn't align with A, the truth, and B, empowering you in your health and in your life. So A, it's not the truth, and I'll get into that in a second, but I want to talk about beliefs first. So the problem with that belief, or the problem with that idea, is that when you embrace that type of mentality, what you're doing is giving disease, giving sickness, giving malfunction, dysfunction, whatever you want to call it, you're giving that room, you're giving it space, and you're also giving it energy to breathe and energy to have a life of its own. You see, when we say it runs in the family, what we're really saying is, it's not up to me, it's genetics, it's genes' fault. And that is a very disempowering belief to have, because we have much more control over this. If we have anything, any amount of control, anything we have the most control over in our entire lives, anything in this entire universe, it's this vessel right here. It's this vessel that we're living in. It's this being, it's this body that we exist in. And it's important to understand that, and it's important to remember that, because when we understand that we have the control, we have the power, we have the ability to control this vessel, we can then make choices and decisions that empower us and sustain our health, sustain our energy, and sustain our vitality. So when you hear people say it runs in the family, first of all, don't believe it, because it's not true, and I'm going to get into the science behind that in a minute. But it's also just a belief that is simply not empowering. So it's really important to understand that an empowering belief is going to give you the energy, going to give you the ideas, going to give you the physical capacity, going to give you the creativity, going to give you everything you need to fulfill your health, your wellness, and your ideal situation. Your health, your happiness, your energy, your sleep, your risk of heart disease, risk of cancer, whatever it may be. So understand that your beliefs are incredibly powerful, and there's science to back that as well. It's called the placebo effect or the nocebo effect. The placebo, that's P-L-A-C-E-B-O. Placebo effect states that if you believe something, it is more likely going to happen, or it's actually going to have an effect on the outcome. So if you believe that sugar water is medicine, that sugar water actually acts as medicine. It's the placebo effect. Now, on the flip side of that equation, something that the holistic and natural health world doesn't speak about as much, and I'm not sure why, is the nocebo effect. That's N-O-C-E-B-O, the nocebo effect. And what the nocebo effect is that if you believe something is bad for you, if you believe something is affecting your health in a negative way, that will have that effect in your health and your body. So it's important to understand that beliefs in and of themselves have tangible power, have tangible impact on your health, on your energy, on your cells, on your biology. And this gets into the second portion of the video, what Dr. Bruce Lipton calls the biology of belief. And what Dr. Bruce Lipton discovered was he really took something known as epigenetics. So I'm going to get into the genetic side of things now. So when people say it runs in the family, they're talking about genes, they're talking about DNA, they're talking about genetics. Now, the word epigenetics was discovered way before Dr. Bruce Lipton, back in, I think it was like 1942, I know it was like mid-40s sometime. And epigenetics simply means, the word epi means above. So genetics, and then you have epigenetics. So see epigenetics as of higher value than genetics themselves. So when people say it runs in the family, they're talking at this level, or their understanding is at this level. When we're talking about epigenetics, you're operating at this level. So epi meaning above, genetics meaning your DNA, your genetic code, your genetic hardwiring. What that means is that your ability to modulate or control the genetic environment, you have that power. So the expression of your genes is activated or deactivated based on the environment that it's in. That's what epigenetics states. That's what epigenetics has found. So what that means is that the environment that your genes are in determines whether those genes are activated, such as a cancer gene, or diabetes or obesity, whatever it may be. Those genes are activated or deactivated based on the environment that they're in. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you control your environment. Your genes are within your body. They're within your vessel. And once again, you have the power to control your body. You have the power to control your vessel. You have the power to control the activation or deactivation of the genes inside of you. So that's what epigenetics taught and has taught us. Dr. Bruce Lipton discovered in petri dishes in a lab that gene expression is determined by 2/3, as in 2/3, as in 66% of your genetic expression is determined by the environment that the genes are in. So what that means is that your environment is controlled by, your genes are controlled by the environment that they are in. Your environment is both internal and external. That's one thing we have to remember though. So to sum this video up, it's really important to understand that your belief is incredibly important, because your belief determines whether you're activating the placebo effect in your life or the nocebo effect in your life. So belief, a biology of belief is what Bruce Lipton calls it, is incredibly powerful. Number two, epigenetics is more valuable than genetics. The genetic activation or deactivation within your genes is determined by the environment that they're in. Think of your genes as the hardware. If you're talking about a computer, think of it as the hardware, and epigenetics as the software. Epigenetics runs the program. It has the final say. The hardware is just the base it's working with. The software is the program that's running on the system. So epigenetics is incredibly valuable to understand, because 2/3, the majority of gene expression, is determined by the environment that it's in. And last but not least, it's important to understand that gene expression, the activation or deactivation of genes, is determined by the environment. Now, what is the environment? The environment is inside your body. So if I take my body and everything that it's in it, my height, my weight, everything, including my skin on the inside, that is my environment. But wait a minute, it's more than that. The environment I'm in right now is affecting my genetic expression. The sunshine on my skin is affecting my genetic expression. The oxygen that I breathe is affecting my genetic expression. Even the sounds of birds in nature behind me is affecting my genetic expression. There's science behind all this. Light for your mitochondria, fresh oxygen for lung health, nature sounds for calming anxiety and relaxing the nervous system, given the parasympathetic nervous system. The list goes on and on and on. So what's really key and really important to understand is not only is belief important, and not only is what you eat and put in your body and drink and eat and put on your skin and then in your hair important, but the lighting, the sounds, the environment that you're in, the stress, the triggers, the trauma, whatever it is. Your environment is both internal and external wherever you go in the world. So wherever your vessel is internally, and the incoming input that is affecting your senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, that is all a part, all-encompassing part of your environment. So I wanted to share this video to say that disease, sickness, cancer, diabetes, obesity, whatever it may be, does not run in your family. And if you believe that it runs in your family, you need to tell it to run the hell out, because it's not your shit to deal with. And if people are telling you it runs in the family, tell them no, the hell it doesn't, because I make my decisions and I control my epigenetics. My genetics do not control me, because that is the scientific truth. We got placebo and nocebo facts backing this. We got epigenetics backing this, and there's a lot of science behind it, and I have found it to be true. I mean, people reverse their cancer, people reverse their diabetes, people get thin again from being obese. If people can reverse all of their diseases, ailments, and conditions, clearly it doesn't run in the family. Clearly it comes down to the control and the power of the individual, and that individual is you. So I want you to remember today that you have control over your health, you have control over your happiness, you have control over your genetics through epigenetics and through the placebo effect, and you are the one making those decisions. So make those decisions wisely, be smart, be cognizant, be conscious, be mindful, be aware, and those decisions and habits will build in your favor over time and create a healthier, happier life for you and those that you love. Thank you so much for your time. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, smash the like button below, leave a like, leave a love, leave a comment, and remember to get my free report. It's called Your Supplements Suck. This is a 33-page PDF that will educate you on supplement quality. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars in my lifetime on supplement quality, and I've compiled it all into a short PDF file. Grab that below for free, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.